everyone, it is time for another episode of Conversations with Coffee, brought to you by Supligen, who has a brand new banging coffee flavor in stores all across Jamaica right now, just for you. And for the month of October, Supligen has partnered with Cafe Blue to have exclusive signature coffee beverages offered at all our Cafe Blue locations, and they are good. We've been having them on this show, and I can tell you, you need it in your life. So go and try yours. Remember, it's only for October. So this is episode 3, and we'll be talking about securing the adulting bag, which is a huge thing right now, especially when COVID is happening. We all need that good advice. So for this very interesting conversation about securing the adulting bag, I have some very special people with me. They're all friends. I feel like I'm at a par right now. I have with me Alex Morrissey from Esirum, and he's drinking the Supligen coffee. Yeah. I have the beautiful Lindsay Lodenquee, wearing many hats. What are you having, Lindsay?
I am having the Supligen French ice.
Nice. And I have Mr. Mario Bandu from Mario's Barbershop, and he's also having the Supligen coffee. He's my barber and Alex's barber, so, you know, check him out. That's a plug, okay? Just give you a plug. And I'm having the hazelnut. So when you come to Cafe Blue, please ask for one of these, and I promise you, you'll enjoy it. All right, so let's get into it, guys. Are you ready? How's everybody doing? Good. Nice. Had a good day? Yeah? We're adults. You know, what's the answer to that question? You know, okay? Long day? Okay. Yeah, you feel boosted. Okay, there we go. Nice, good job. They picked you to be on the show. All right, entrepreneurship and the adult, having a job versus being a boss or managing your own business. What does this mean to young adults in the Jamaican reality? Who wants to go first?
I'll take that one.
All right.
So being an entrepreneur versus having a job is a big difference. So having a 9 to 5, it whenever there's an issue, management and authorities, they're the one who burden that pressure.
Yeah.
But being an entrepreneur, it all comes back to the individual or who's in charge. So all buck stops at me.
I like that. How has it been for you?
It's sometimes it's
Trying.
it sometimes feel like you're on top of it, and another time you like you're pressured. So I'm caught between two places. So balance it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get these like giving up, but give up is not an option.
Right.
So positive thinking bring positive results. So always keep it positive.
Nice. What about you, Alex?
I have to agree with Mario. I mean, for me, every day is different. So that's kind of the joy for me to run my own business. It's never the same.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what keeps me going.
Okay.
Because a 9 to 5 would not, after a week I would get bored.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done so many different types of businesses. Right. I mean, they're all around media and social media and a little bit of music as well. But it's just, you know, being able to get up and do something different every day, even if it's working with the same set of clients, but just being able to innovate and drive change.
Before I get to you, Lindsay, so what is running a social media oriented business, marketing oriented business like in the Jamaican context? We're very traditional here. We kind of stick to, you know, very major labels. So what about your business?
Boy, it is difficult to convince a brand that you need to be in this space. I mean, it's a little bit easier now with the pandemic going on, but it's still difficult to justify that, you know, having pictures and videos and content on social media is going to drive sales for your business.
Right.
So it's a struggle at times, but there are clients that they see the results, you know, and they allow us to innovate and do different things. And social media is really a trial and error. You have to
I like that you said that.
you have to be out there just like owning a business. So
Okay, got you. What about you, Lindsay?
I think to piggyback on what Alex was saying earlier, I think being an entrepreneur is, again, trial and error. But I think what makes it exciting for me is just the fact that you never know what's going to happen on a Monday or on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday. But I think that's what's exciting about it to me, is that you just never know what you're going to get. You don't know what the client's going to want. You don't know what your days are going to look like. And even though, you may have some very sucky days when you feel like you're drowning and you feel like,
Give up.
what the hell am I doing?
Right.
But it's like you have other days where it's like, okay, I'm finally on a right path. Like, things are happening, things are falling into place, and things are aligning. So I think that is the exciting part about being an entrepreneur.
Okay. What was the start out like for you guys? What was it like?
Well, for me, I knew what I wanted. So mentally, I was there.
Right.
So the challenge would have been to make the physical move. So you know what you wanted, or you have your aim, you have a vision. So you'll probably be motivated by yourself. Well, when you have your thoughts, and then you watch it become a reality, be accomplished.
Yeah.
So execution is one of the things that you have to know where you're going.
Right.
So execution is the most challenging part of it.
And specific to you, you're not from Kingston, but you're operating a full-fledged business in Kingston.
Yes.
How was that transitioning? What happened?
Well, as I said before, now the field is like a park. Because most of the rural part are now in Kingston, and it's like one big family. So I don't feel like I'm new to a space. So it is it's a good feeling. Yeah, doing it in the city from the country, doing it real big. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alex, what about financing in the startup aspect of it? You said you've tried multiple things.
well,
How did this one go?
all right. So to start from the beginning, a summary,
Right.
because it's been a long journey. But I think I started when I was 16. Started my first business at 17, and then from there it's just been evolving. I would say. But financing, I mean, the benefit of having a digital business is you need a laptop and an internet connection to start. So even at the time when I started, there was no hotspot. But now it's even easier because you're in a group of people. You can split the cost to do a hotspot and share that cost of the internet. So starting up, I don't think it was very difficult for me. I knew I wanted to do something online, but owning a business was never a dream, a goal. It was I wanted to work at Nokia.
What?
Yeah, I wanted to design the next phone. And at that time, growing up, Nokia was the in thing.
3310, man. Yeah.
So that was the thing. Yeah, that was my dream.
Okay.
And then, starting a business just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And just evolved. And it's just been digital. So it was an easy process, but financing specifically.
Right.
I've never been a fan of getting a loan or even owning a credit card. I have to have a credit card for business purposes. But if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. Because I feel like if you don't have it, don't spend it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I treat business as well. When we are able to scale up, that's when we do it.
Yeah. That's it. If you don't have it, don't spend it. I like that. Please remember that from this episode. Don't do it. What about you, Linz?
For me, I think starting up business has always been a little bit tricky. I think for me, the first business that I was a part of starting up was New Wave, which is a creative platform for culture and talent in Jamaica. Yes. And the thing is, there wasn't much like New Wave when it came out in 2016. It was all about promoting and highlighting young, upcoming art and talent. And the thing is, what I have found is that it is sometimes hard to convince the corporate companies and the bigger companies to believe in, upcoming talent. People want to actually see the full product and see the package and see all of that before it gets there. So that was always a bit of a, it's been a bit of a tricky thing, but the brand has kind of built into this thing that people are interested in now, and people realize, it's a process, but I think it's a matter of believing in yourself, believing in your brand, believing in what you have to offer, and just staying true to that. And people will come on board with it, after a while. But yeah, for us, everything has been pretty self-financed. Even me now doing like set design and art direction, it's all self-financed.
Right. All right. Let's get into credit cards. So you mentioned that the implications of this credit card life, right? What are they, if you've, experienced any of those? And how do you, as a young professional, manage how you use the credit card? Yeah?
So I'll just start first.
Yes.
So selecting a credit card, I think, is the first part of the process for me. I need a credit card that will work for the business.
Right.
So I'm not gonna call any names. I don't want to promote any specific brand, bank, but you need a credit card that can give you as much time to pay back, right? So this 21-day cycle that don't make no sense for business. So look for something that has like 55 days. Can at least give you 2 months and low interest. But most importantly for me would be rewards. So how can I get rewards from a credit card and use it back in the business?
I need to write this down. Talk to me.
So everything for me is always about like rewards or finding coupons. Like, it doesn't matter how much money a business can generate if you can save on these little things like a credit card. You want to reward that. You can cash out your points and get a gas voucher.
Yeah.
It does help, but at the end of the day, it adds up. So I can just tell you for like our business, what we do is we use our points and we give it back to our employees. So when they go on vacation, we actually cash out our points and they use it for like a trip. So if they want to fly out, they can fly out.
Walk on the tree.
You can tell us which bank that is after opening.
Yeah. What's your experience with credit cards, Linz?
To be very honest with you, I do not have one now. I had one. I went away to school for a little while in New York, and my dad got me a credit card just in case of any emergencies, just to have it, just in case of anything. And it was great. Yeah. Because I wasn't paying the bill at the end of the month. But I actually don't have one now, to be very honest. I'm kind of not really that interested. I almost see it as like yet another bill to have to kind of pay at the end of the month, which I'm trying to avoid. Right. So yeah, I really can't speak too much on the matter.
Same. How about you?
I have a credit card.
Yeah. How has the experience been? How do you manage your credit card?
Okay. It has to do with discipline. That's the first step. If you're not disciplined, you're going to be in problem. Yeah. So. Yeah.
People are racking up all our credit cards.
Because as Lindsay said, she enjoyed using it because she wasn't paying for it.
Yeah.
So so discipline.
Sorry, Dad.
Discipline, it starts with discipline.
Yeah.
So you have to know what is necessary, what is priority.
Right.
So Alex said use his for business, I use mine for my business also. So I buy products, pay the bills, and all of that. Those are priority for the business. So that's how I develop a level of discipline. Right. So once you have discipline, you learn how to manage it. Right. And so on. In everything we have the advantages and the disadvantages. So one of the disadvantages is not being disciplined. Right. And also advantage.
I just said that like an advantage for a business having a credit card is to building credit. So like when banks look and they say, okay, if you do need to take out a loan, if Mario wants to open another shop, he may need, he need that history to show that he has been paying on time.
Yeah. There we go.
One more little tip would be, even if you have the money and you have a credit card, a bite on the credit card. And then just pay it off.
Yeah.
You know, the points.
Not 55. So mine don't. Mine not 55. I don't mean, but still.
So I worked in corporate finances for a little while, and one of the managers of our credit card aspect, that's what she did. She said even if she has the cash, she uses the credit card just to rack up the points and that type of thing, but she has the cash at the end of the month or whatever time to pay. The misconception with credit cards is, okay, I don't have the money, but I have the credit card, so I'm going to use it. But one, if you don't know when you're going to get back the money, that's unwise, right? It's a risk. So the best thing I would say for you to do, if you're going to get a credit card and you want to, engage with it and all of that, please make sure you have some amount of the money that you're going to spend put down, because that's how it works, or else you're going to rack up interest, and that's no fun.
And having the money put down with no discipline,
It's
all gone.
So my next question is, could you name 3 mistakes that you would tell your younger self to avoid?
3.
3. If you can't give me 3, that's okay.
To avoid. What I would tell my younger self to avoid?
Just streamline.
One is to listen.
Yeah.
I would tell my younger self to listen and take advices.
Yeah.
2 more.
In any realm of relationships, finances, anything.
Yeah. So take advices. I guess listen to advice is the same thing.
Yeah.
So much we can't even
I will come back to you.
Yeah, come back to it.
What about you? You want to go listen?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
I think for me, so I don't have 3. I think the one thing that even today I still try to remind myself is get rid of the fear.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, and I think for a lot of us, like fear kind of manifests in so many different ways. It kind of comes out in maybe procrastination or maybe some indecision and just, different things. But I think just a mental note to me, get rid of the fear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Have faith in yourself, believe in what it is you're doing, believe in whatever product it is that you're trying to put out there, and don't make fear stop you from making that next step forward.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
That's one of yours. Yeah, okay.
Alleviate the fear. You know what I mean?
Ditto.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess I would say start earlier, start younger.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's any age limit on when.
Yeah.
So I would say like I could have done more younger. But then that, if I didn't know, right?
Yeah.
But then it goes into my second one, which is
Yeah.
if you didn't know. My second one is like, don't be so hard on yourself. So it ties back into the
Tell them,
first.
come here, please.
Right.
Don't just stress out them. Say, oh, but I have this, I don't have that.
Yeah.
So much.
So I really have like a very go with the flow kind of thing.
Right.
And even like when we're pitching for new business, if we don't get the client,
And so be it.
wait, because a lot of times we're just like a year later, this client is like, hey, remember that proposal? They said, we're ready now.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't even respond the first time, but okay,
And can you imagine if you had let that stop you, like she's saying,
Right.
fear? Can you imagine?
And number 3 would be feelings. Just
Feelings.
let go of it. Business is business. Don't take anything personal. If you put out a good product, people will find you. Yeah.
That. I like those 3 points.
You don't have no more mistake you want to avoid. Okay, sure. So this is a little bit more general, just being an adult, adulting. What's one of your major learnings to this date? One big thing you've learned as an adult.
Me? Start with me?
Start with you.
It's okay to start over.
I want
No
once in my
matter,
heart.
doesn't matter what you're doing, whether business, relationship,
Yeah.
dream,
Yeah.
wake up and go back to dream again.
Yeah.
Good.
I like that.
Start over.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with starting over.
I
Because
agree.
for one example, I own my own shop now. But before, I was working amongst others. But it was after a while, I wanted that drive. I feel like I was holding back.
Right.
So when I analyze it, as I said, I process things mentally before I do it physically. So when I analyze it, I said it's time for me to expand. You know, like a bird in a cage and it can spread its wings until it's in a new space. You see, it's the growth. So it is okay to start over. And good things fall out of place, or better things to fall in place.
I like that.
Dropping the gems out here.
So I'm saying, I would say I'm boosted up. You know what I'm saying?
Lindsay, what about you?
I think for me, I guess learning to have confidence. I think I've said it before, but knowing what you bring to the table and believing in that. I think for me personally, a lot, I suffer from like imposter syndrome. Like I'm just like, why am I here with these two people? Like I don't belong here. Like, you know, like I always kind of feel that way, like I'm not good enough or I'm not, you know, I suffer from that a lot. But I think something that I'm learning to overcome is just that self-doubt that I have within myself, and which a lot of us have. But yeah, I think I'm learning to be more confident, and that is something that I would have told my younger self to really, you know, channel a little bit more and believe in myself a little bit more. But yeah,
Confidence starts from within.
Yeah.
So if you don't have any confidence, you are defeated.
Hey, yeah, nothing close it up. What about you?
For me, it's about adulting, right?
Yes.
I consider myself an adult.
You don't consider yourself an adult?
No, I'm physically an adult, but mentally I'm
Still.
stuck around 18, 19.
Yeah, interesting. How is that going for you?
It's going
Good.
no, not in that sense, right? Just in terms of energy.
Energy
So-
and imagination.
Right. So I get older, but I don't feel older. Alright, I'm gonna go to 21. I'm gonna
Yeah.
The age of consent.
Yeah.
for drinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it is said that young people are not moving towards purchasing their first home or investing what they make. What do you think about that? Are you investing, first of all? I want each of you to answer.
Indirectly and directly, yes. You know? So, all right, let me tell you. So, yes, we are investing.
Right.
And a lot of people would consider what the simplest thing they're doing. They would consider that an investment, but it is.
Right.
Anything at all, money put to, or your time, you invest in your time,
Yeah, energy.
time, money, energy.
It's a good, nice perspective.
Yeah, so, and then it breaks down now, so I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
So,
So directly and indirectly. Okay. What about you, Lindsay?
for me, I am saving, but I am not, or I don't have any investments. I don't have any stocks or bonds or anything like that at the moment.
Yes.
But I'm waiting for Alex to tell me a little bit more
There we
about
go.
this.
I love that. Throw it to Alex. How about? So investing.
I'm not a financial advisor.
There you go. None of us.
I can just, for the record, you know, just in case anybody is like commenting after this, like, you know,
Right.
I can just tell you my experience.
Right. That's all we need.
Right? So, prior to owning a business,
Right.
I knew nothing about money. I've never done a business course like in school, you know,
Yeah.
what do you used to call it?
I don't know.
Principles of business.
From
Yeah.
high school?
Yeah, I never didn't do that.
Okay.
So it's all learning as we go along.
Right.
Similar to what Mario was saying, investing. You can invest in yourself. YouTube. That's where I learned everything. Yeah. So as it relates to money, though, what I've learned is if you don't start like at all, then you're never going to do it.
Right.
So most of the investment financial institutions in Jamaica, they have very small entries to start. So it's $500. Yeah? That's no Jamaican, 500 Jamaican. That's all you need in most of them to just open accounts. Right? And then you take baby steps based on your comfort level. So if you have $1,000 and put it towards anything, right? So the way I started was I played it very safe. Whatever earned me a little bit of interest, more than a savings account, or a savings account don't.
They don't earn anything.
But also something that I could take my money out at any time. I never want it locked in. So, and then the third thing I'm looking at is my money protected? So, you know, if it goes up, does it go down? So I try to stay with those accounts that just go up, you know, or really go down. I'd rather not earn interest for a month than it goes down. Especially for the business, because I consider that, you know, the business money is not my money. So you have to assess your risk level. How much are you willing to lose if it goes? So in terms of stocks though, Jamaica. Jamaica has like one of the best stock markets in the world. Like we've been consistently ranked #1 worldwide in the last couple of years. So it's a good place to start, and also that is even lower than starting an investment account, because if you would just watch primetime news and they have like a business section and you say, okay, what's down today? And you say like it's $6. Like it is $6 per stock. So people throw away $6 all the time. Every day. You can use that and buy one stock. And then just over time keep buying. And once the stock goes up, you can either stay in it for a long period of time or just sell.
Knowledge is power.
And I was going to say, I think the information is out there. So, you know, you have the different banks, you have the different investment companies that you can reach out to, and you can kind of, you know, ask questions.
So then why are we not doing it?
It's the fair, I think. It's making the first step.
It's all a process, you know. See, for example, a small example. My hair wasn't like this, you know. It was like Alex one. What's the process? You know what I'm saying? You have to have a start. If you don't have a start, you can't have a finish. So it has to be a start. As we was saying, you have to get rid of the fear. So
I think for me, I think why I haven't started on like this whole investment journey is just because it just seems so intimidating at first. You know what I mean? It's like you don't the language, the finance, all this. Like I'm not a math brain, so you can't talk to me in like mathematics and numbers, which is why it's so intimidating to me. But again, I think getting the knowledge, going and speaking to somebody who you know is going to break it down for you and make it make sense to you. I think that is the first step. It's just to just make that step. You know?
Have any of you considered purchasing a home?
Yeah, of course. Everyone in this world should consider purchasing a home.
So you have.
So let me tell you now. What a lot of people think purchasing their first home is their dream home. So that's where some people say, you know what? I want to live up here, but I only can afford right here. I'm gonna wait until I reach here. So that's the mistake a lot of people make. You know, your first home is not necessarily a dream home.
Or the home you're gonna live in forever.
Because that home can be an investment. So I'm saying.
For example, you get that apartment and you.
So that home that you bought for the first one, that can be an investment to get home. Here.
Exactly.
So as I said, it goes back to where you get a start, and then you build on that. So the foundation is here, but you cannot reach up here without a foundation. So
I think you covered it pretty well, to be honest.
So then I'm going to say?
I mean,
you took it away. You took it away.
Good job.
All right, we reach right here, so somebody can build up here.
How do you take care of yourself as an adult? I mean, it's a very kind of broad question, but whatever comes to your mind when I say that, whether it's mentally, emotionally, you know, all of that, physically, how do you care for yourself? Because I find that the more young people I speak with is the more I hear, oh, I don't have time to eat, I don't have time to do this, I'm just, you know, on the move, I'm trying to get this done, I'm stressed out. That's like constant. rhetoric and feedback. So what about you? How do you care for yourselves?
As you said before, I don't have time to eat and all of that.
Right.
In my line of work, I don't have a set lunchtime, which is bad.
Yeah.
Which is bad. So, first of all, I just have to keep on reminding myself, when I'm gone, someone else is gonna continue the journey.
Right.
So you have to take care of yourself. It has to start from you.
Yeah.
No one can want it for you but you.
Right.
So it starts from that. So you have to take a deep breath sometimes and just remind yourself that, listen, we're all human, and the doctor need a doctor, the taxi man need a taxi, the barber need a barber.
The barber needs
Yeah.
a barber.
So
Right.
you have to take your time, you have to reset, readjust, and realize.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then execute.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
it doesn't matter how fast everything is moving, find your pace and you maintain that, and
Nice.
everything will fall in place.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
I think for me, I try very hard to take time for myself.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be no big vacation or no big 2 weeks here or no,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I think every day I try to dip out for a little while. I mean, I have a daughter, she's 3 years old. She is crazy work, crazy work. But luckily I have somebody to help me. And yeah, I just kind of in the night put her to sleep. After that, I just kind of take some time by myself. I just watch TV for a little while, drink a glass of wine. You know, just to kind of unwind and get some time to kind of center myself.
Nice. Okay. What about you, Alex?
I don't do enough of what I should be doing.
Yeah. Thanks for the
Right.
honesty.
But there are 24 hours in a day,
Yes.
and you can carve it up. I try to carve it up as best as possible. I don't sleep enough. Maria can tell you sometimes with the Maria and I'm falling asleep because in the chair.
Oh my
Yeah.
days. Oh my
Yeah.
days.
And you know, if I could actually go more often,
Yeah.
even if I don't need a trim, because it's the only time I can answer my phone.
Yeah.
Because Maria gonna miss out my hair if I answer my phone. So that's
It's a
the only
break.
yeah.
a
So I have
balance.
to find those moments where it makes it impossible for me to work. That's my only strategy for me.
Interesting you said that, Alex, because people come to the barbershop,
Yeah.
it's like a relaxation for them. It's like
Yeah.
a chill spot.
Ah.
Like literally a chill spot.
Yes.
Because when you're in the environment, you don't have to know someone, but you just feel like, as I said before, one bunch of para going on, you know?
Yeah.
So you see something or somebody add to it,
Yeah.
and by the end of it, you feel so relaxing, you know?
Right.
So
Okay.
that's taking care of yourself.
You have to find the time though, because
You
if you
have
don't,
to find the time.
especially as all of us in business,
Right.
we will burn out.
Yes.
And then will be no help to anyone, even ourselves.
Yeah.
So sometimes even when you're building your business, you really have to push back on your customers or your clients and
Right.
just be like, listen, I know you don't want to hear this, but just listen. I need
Yes.
to eat my lunch
Yeah,
now.
actually.
You know,
Actually.
it's a Sunday, it's a Sunday night.
Yeah.
I can watch my little Netflix.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
and chill.
Don't pressure me.
It's true.
So-
I agree.
Can't pour from my empty cup. So
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Many apartments going up in many places in Kingston, and there's a lot of dialogue around who can afford them. What do you think about the affordability of housing for young professionals in Jamaica? What are your thoughts? Well, I don't know if it's affordable. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, first thing first, it won't be affordable if you don't have a salary.
Truth.
And with in today's world,
Yeah.
a lot of people are working, not where they would want to be,
Right.
but survival.
Right.
So the affordability is steep. It has to do with your salary, and a lot of people's salary
Not in
cutting.
Jamaica.
not in Kingston.
Not in Kingston.
You know what I mean? So,
especially.
but out in the rural part, it's
Yeah.
affordable. What
That's
you do,
true.
I mean, what you're making here cannot afford anything here, but it can be a big thing over in the world.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
the salaries have a lot to do with it.
I'll jump in and say I have no idea how they price these things because
Take a sip of this.
it don't add up. I went to some open houses recently and I'm just like, how do you even begin to? That alone will turn me off from.
And many of them are just some.
Is that like a box?
Some square. Honestly.
Is that like a box?
Honestly.
It's not even. You can just tap on it. It's not even
Literally.
concrete.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I see them go up like on every road,
Yes,
and then like as them done, as 2 weeks later, all the sign sold out. So
Who's buying this apartment?
someone is buying them.
Someone's buying them.
But even owning it, just to say like, as Mario said, you need a job first, right?
Yeah.
That's the first step.
Right.
And then you have NHT.
Yes.
So with that, at least you can get
Something.
6-something million
Yes.
to start.
Stick up in there, Alex. You see, a self-employed person versus someone who is employed to a corporate. The process is easier for a corporate person
Yeah.
versus a self-employed person. If you are not a legit businessman / entrepreneur,
You might not be contributing.
yeah,
Right.
because you have to be filing taxes. You
Yeah.
have to be you have to up to par with all this. While someone who works for corporate,
Right.
It's done for
they get a what do you call it? A features.
Yeah, and naturally comes out for that as well. Yeah.
As you can say, I need the last 3 months
Right.
pay slip versus a entrepreneur. You have to go to the bank, get a bank
Right.
statement, the accountant have to come in play
Yeah.
to say he's up to date with his taxes
Right.
and all of that. So I think the process, it should be more across the board, easier for
Yes.
corporate sole traders. You should have a mutual point
Yeah.
where it can meet, so
Right.
everyone can eat. I mean, the bread is here for all of us.
Well, that's actually a really good point. So, a point of encouragement from what Mario said. If you are self-employed as a young professional, head to NHT and have that conversation. Start early. Like Alex said, it's really important that you understand the process because it's not going to change right now. So whatever stands as it is, make it work for you.
Cut out the eater food mentality.
But totally eat up.
Whatever you're doing, do it as you are. Do it at the best of your ability.
Yeah.
So even if you're a landscaper,
Yeah.
you cut it to the best of your ability.
Yeah. Structure it
Not
properly.
because it's not an uptown or whatever.
Of the mindset.
It don't matter where you are, do it to
Right.
the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Like that.
Not a hustling mentality.
Yeah.
Eat a food.
Yeah.
A lot of I've been trying to employ younger, like upcoming barbers,
Right.
but they have this mentality is a hustle.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a hustle. It's a job.
It's a job.
It's a profession.
Yeah.
So if you don't treat it, I used to be at a stage where I used to say, yeah, trip, barber, you know. But no, my work speaks for me. Look at this. Look at that. So I'm saying, I don't have to say, you know who I trim? I trim Davey and I trim Alex. No.
Yeah.
People ask you, guys, where do you trim?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the recommendation
Yeah,
is right
sure.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
so it speaks for yourself. So
Right.
be you,
Right.
confident,
Yeah.
starts
Yeah.
from within,
Yeah.
Yeah.
positive thinking
Yeah.
Yeah.
brings positive results.
I feel like I should just wrap the show right there because you just brought it all together. What do you think about the affordability? I'll just close with that.
For me, I am blown away by the cost of
Yes.
things. Like when you get a 500 square foot place for how much millions, it's like, but I think for me, one of the things that I've been looking at is not in Kingston.
Yeah.
I think we get stuck in the mentality of that Kingston is Jamaica and this is where it's at.
It's not.
And it's not. You know what I mean? You can look outside of Kingston and it's so much more affordable whether you want to buy land or apartments, outside. So I would also recommend that people look at all the options instead of just zoning in on Kingston, where I think it's going to be a little harder and I think it's a little bit overpriced,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah.
But yeah, look outside, look around.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Conversations with Coffee. It was about securing the adulting bag, and my lovely guests covered it so well for you. Thank you guys for coming. My love, Lindsay done our juice and finished on Supligen coffee. You can get your Supligen coffee in stores now, and for those shopping at selected progressive supermarkets as well as general food, if you go to supligenja.com, you can sign up to get $50 off your purchase. You see how we got you covered? Our last episode is going to be the games night. Random questions, lots of activity, bare vibes, bare fun. Until next time, guys, thank you for staying with us. Take care of yourself. Much love. Stay safe.